guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is super exciting because in quite a few hours, and if you will, like a day or so, we are going to get to know the winner of the Booker 2021 prize, and this is an exciting time. First of all, before we get started, I have dedicated review videos for all the books that have been shortlisted down in the description box below. Go ahead, check all of them out, and if you are like interested in any of them, or if you are looking forward to some kind of motivation to at least read one book before the prize is announced, do go ahead and check them out. It's as simple as that. But that being said, this is super exciting and we are just going to dive right into this. Let me tell you my predictions. So basically, there are going to be two parts to this video. All the timestamps are in the description box. The first part of the video would be the rating or ranking, as per my own preference, like what I like the most to the least liked, or like what I least like to the most liked. So it's like going to be a 6-1 list. And the second part of the video would be my predictions on what the Booker will select as a winner. Okay, so that being said, let's get on to the first part immediately. So I have all my ratings, rankings in this trustworthy notebook. Let's get started. So at number 6, okay, at number 6, my least rated book out of this entire list, actually at 3.7 stars, is No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. At somewhere between 3.7 and 4 stars is Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. The fourth book in this list is the one rated at 4 stars, and that is Bewilderment by Richard Powers. And the third one is The Promise, which is again at 4 stars, but I liked it much better than Bewilderment, of course, and that is The Promise by Damon Galgut. Then the second book that I like the most, swayed at like the top 2 now. This is at 4.7 stars, The Fortune Men by Nadifa Muhammad. And the number 1 book in my list is, of course, A Passage North by Anuk Arutpragasam, which is a full on 5. Okay, so those are my ratings and rankings. This is how I rank it as per my personal preference. Now let's jump right into my predictions on what I predict from 6-1. So basically, let me just be very honest. The Booker jury can be very, very, very unpredictable. Okay, so last time also I got my predictions very wrong, but I'm hoping this time I get them right. Considering I got my women's prize predictions right, I'm hoping that this runs in a very good manner. So well, I hope the cuff was worth it, Booker jury. Now I hope you stick to my predictions, and I hope that this is not a bad omen. But let's get back to the list. Okay, so basically, at number 6, okay, out of the list is the most likely winner out of this entire list, and number 6 as per me is Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. And the reason why I think the Booker won't select this is because although it's a very commercial book, although it's a very commercial read, and there are chances that the Booker can select this as the winner. Honestly, I'm not going to deny that fact, but I just felt like the book was overly written. It has a lot of information that pertains to a lot of like real life stuff that had happened in the US in the early 1900s. If you want to know what the book is actually about, you can check out my review video in the description box, because I'm not going to deep dive into what the book is about, but what I actually like think the Booker jury would be thinking when kind of reading this book. And I think that the reason why this is not going to make the cut is simply because of like the I don't know, like the value addition part of the book does not seem very plausible. Like the book does not add much value to the whole situation. Does that make sense? I don't know, because if you compare this book with the other books in the list, Great Circle is one book that kind of like is historical fiction, and it does not kind of resonate with any worldly topic as of today. Not that it stopped the Booker before, but there is no social aspect to this topic, and that's what kind of made me make this book the last in the list. Okay, so yeah, the least likely to win as for me at number 6 is Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. Now, let's get to my fifth least likely to win book. And at number 5, I have No One Is Still Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. Now, my surprise and my dislike for this book being in the shortlist aside, I do think that this book is relevant to today's social issues. I do think that although the book is not as good as what it should be, or the execution of the book is not as good as what it should have been, uh, I do think that the idea was novel. It was something very much new, and it's of course like very much Gen Z friendly per se, because the Gen Z is like everyone basically uses social media these days, and it's very very difficult to get out of the portal, as they say in the book, or out of social media. So I do think that this pertains to a lot of social causes, and this pertains to a lot of things that we see happening around us, and it is very 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 relevant to our times. Okay, so that's why I'm putting this at 5, although I'll be very disappointed if this book wins. At number 4. Okay, so this is where things start to get a bit weird, because at number 4 I have The Fortune Men by Nadifa Mohammed, and although this is my second favorite out of the entire list, I do not think this is going to win the Booker Prize. Yes, the plot is historical fiction, it's biographical fiction, it's about a real man who lived in Cardiff, Wales, and was wrongfully accused of murder, and it's of course like a very very important social issue, but I just don't think this is like Booker Prize worthy, or the Booker Prize will look at this in that fashion. I just feel like I would be very happy if it wins. It's not that I won't be happy, but knowing the Booker and knowing the Booker streak, I know that it's going to be very difficult to get this as a front runner on the list. For me, like I feel that the jury will look at this somewhat like they look like at Great Circle in some fashion or the other. But the added advantage with The Fortune Men is that it's a true story, and it's a story that still resonates today with respect to racism and discrimination and the British legal system. Okay, so I do want this book to have a shot, but I don't think the book will actually have a nice shot. And that gets me to our top 3, and these top 3 would be actually my predictions. I'm expecting one of the top 2 books to win, so let's get on to the third one. And my third book in this list is Bewilderment by Richard Powers. For some reason, this is a book that really appeals to the global north, and Richard Powers writes to appeal the global north audience. And when I say global north, it means the US, Canada, Australia, Europe, basically nations which kind of uh, have colonized other nations. You get my point, global north. Anyway, but my point being this, that Richard Powers as an author is not very relatable on the Eastern Hemisphere, and the reason this is because we have uh, in our culture, in Eastern culture, vegetarianism, vegetarianism, forget that. But basically, you know, there's a bike right down there, and that I'm talking about Richard Powers, and there's a bike right down there causing pollution. Okay, fine, let's ignore that. But I feel like on the Eastern Hemisphere, when we talk about like climate change, and we talk about a lot of like situations like these, yeah, it's true, right? Climate change is happening all over the earth, but the ideas that are shared are very like global north based and not like very world based, because the ideas about eating meat and the idea about doing this and doing that for the environment, there have been many communities in the Eastern Hemisphere who've kind of been that kind of environment friendly uh, people, if that makes sense. And the ideas given in the book, although I like them a lot, and to watch my review video for in depth thoughts, but my point being that it's just that I just feel like this is somewhat Booker Prize material. Okay, this is like commercial Booker Prize material, simply because it kind of talks about a lot of ideas that pertain to the global north, and especially the Booker Prize being a prize from the UK. I feel like it's relevant to the mindsets and the specific audience that you find in the Western countries. And let me be like very honest on another front as well, that when I say global north or like Richard Powers, like I'm not talking about it with any malice or any kind of discrimination or any kind of negative intent. I'm just saying that you get different nuances of different cultures when you read different books. And when you read books by Richard Powers, you kind of get like a nuance of environment and environment activism that you see very prevalent in the Western countries. For example, like Greta Thunberg and people like that who belong to the global North and actually like fight climate change. So I just felt like a lot of ideas that the author has appeal to the global North audience. So I do feel like this has a chance because of that exact point. Okay, and let's get to my top two. And if it's one of these two, I would be very happy. Honestly, honestly, if it would have been the Fortune Men, like my top three in my preferences list, I would be very happy if any of them win. But in my predictions, I would say that I want one of these two to win for sure. And the second book for me in the list is The Promise by Damon Galgut. It's an important book from South Africa, and I think the last person to win the Booker from South Africa is J.M. Coetzee. I think he's uh, one of the most known white novelists from the country, from South Africa, and I do want Damon Galgut to get his chance. He is a very nice, gifted author, and the way he weaves his stories is beautiful, is amazing. Now, why I didn't like The Promise that much, such that it's only at 4 stars, you need to see my review video. Of course, I'm queuing you guys to all of my review videos right now, but that's how just it is, because I don't want to like spend time making a mini review in this video itself. But the ultimate point being that Damon Galgut deserves his win at some point. He's been longlisted before, from what I understand, or shortlisted before, but he didn't win. And I hope this is the book that helps him reach a lot of people, because he's an important person from South Africa that everybody needs to read. And that being said, my ever favorite, the first book, my first prediction in the list, my favorite book out of the entire list is A Passage North by Anuk Arutpragasam. This is 100% Booker material. This is your old school Booker. This is your Booker prize that you would read when you read Life of Pi or when you read The White Tiger. Like, why is this guy riding a bullet? And that too in the afternoon. It's very irritating and everyone's getting annoyed. I'm 100% sure. But anyway, ignore the guy. But anyway, Anuk Arutpragasam, if you win the Booker, I'm going to be very happy. And I think that again, Anuk Arutpragasam was shortlisted or longlisted earlier for his first book, and this is his second book. So he's a young writer, needs immense recognition. He already has enough of it, but more people in the global North and on the Western Hemisphere need to read this book. It's amazing, a beautiful book, beautiful prose, poetic prose, lovely, and I'm really, really hoping this book wins. And I'm hoping the Booker jury sees how, like, the what a gem of a book this is as well. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So yes, that's it. This is my predictions video, and I didn't expect it to be this short. I was expecting it to be longer, but then what do you think? Okay, my question is, what do you think? What, as per you, should be the winner? You can name your top two for sure and put it down below, or your list of 6 to 1, so that I know your predictions. Now, you can do it two ways, like I did, like your liking, your rating, and then your predictions, or you can just put your predictions down below, your wish. Okay, or also the book that you really want to see winning the prize. So yeah, that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on my Booker 2021 winner reaction video. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Bye.